Hey Reddit, what was the saddest moment in your life? For family members dying in the span of 13 months, great uncle, on my dad's side, was at a party, complained of a headache before going home, died from a heart attack, stroke in his sleep. When he was found, he'd taken out all of his legal documents, will, pensions, etc., and laid them out on his dining table before going to bed and passing away. The 4th of December 2022. Seeing my dad come back from his funeral, drunk out of his mind. Holding back tears was one of the worst things. Great aunt on my dad's side had stomach cancer about 15 to 16 years ago. Was in hospital with low chance of survival, but she got through it. Throughout 2022, she had been complaining of stomach pains and her doctors refused to give her any kind of scans and just gave her morphine. She finally went into hospital in early March 2023 with tumors running up her spinal cord and into her brain. She died Mother's Day last year, 19th March 2023. Worst part about that one is that she was always my favorite. My family live in Scotland and my parents and sister live in England, so whenever we went up to visit, I'd always be begging my parents to see her, and when we saw her in hospital, she was having bad shoulder pains. I never gave her a hug when I left the room out of fear of hurting her, but it never really registered in my brain that that would have been my last chance. Her funeral was the first one I'd ever been to. My great-granddad on my dad's side passed in either May or June 2023. I wasn't too close to him, so I can't really say how much it has affected me, but it definitely hit my dad quite a bit. Then my granddad, Mum's dad. He was diagnosed with leukemia mid-late 2023. It was very minor, but because of previous health issues, he'd had brain hemorrhages, 3 heart attacks, been shot, been crushed under a car. It's a miracle he even survived as long as he did. The cancer slowly ate away at his immune system until he was rushed into hospital on New Year's Day this year and died on the 3rd January. Last time I saw him was Christmas, and even then he could barely be out of his bed for more than 20 minutes. I remember being at my friend's house and I texted my mom asking when she wanted me to be home, and all I got back was text dad, and somehow I instantly knew it was my granddad. Seeing my dad come upstairs on the 3rd to try and tell my sister and I that he had passed, but he was unable to get his words out and fell to the floor, to which I had to reply, "Is it granddad?" to a nod, was one of the worst things I have ever seen. It's awful to see any parent like that, but my dad was just something else. I stayed up until around 2 a.m. watching darts with my dad that night. A funny thing though, I built a Lego model of the Titanic, which we have on a shelf, and I was sat on a bench under the shelf. Then the Lego fell onto my head and split in half. I was raging at the moment, but thinking about it, that was definitely my granddad being his playful self. My aunt and granddad definitely hit me like a truck both times, but for now I'm focusing on getting myself into college AMD, not giving myself time to be upset about anything. Just making sure my parents are okay and trying to enjoy myself.